Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 9 and we will present about our material Tripartite Cycle Model or TCM. First of all, thank you to God for giving us help and ease. Secondly, thank you to Ma'am Dr. Haji Giminastiti as PD MPD for giving us the opportunity to make this video presentation. So, the member of our group is me, Amanda De as moderator, Unisa Atira, Andi Tendrika Ramadan, and Mutmainah. So the first material will be explained by Mutmainah. Mutmainah, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you moderator for the change. So I will explain about typical cycle model. So the material will be above discussion the typical novel translation model, which is a comprehensive framework for translation novel. This model includes several important steps for translation novel accurately and maintaining the another unique writing style. So the step typical novel translation model, three steps. So the first step in this model is analyzing. So in this step, it is recommended to thoroughly analyze the original novel to be translated. This includes paying attention to cultural nuances. So themes and literary devices used by the another, a deep understanding of the original is novel is essential to ensure an accurate translation. So the second step is translation. So at the stake, a provided translation techniques are used to ensure an accurate depiction. So of the original text while still maintaining the another's unique writing style. This involves choosing appropriate word phrases and the sentence structure so that the translation remains faithful to the original text and can express the meaning clearly. The third step is review. At this stage, a careful review is carried out to ensure harmony, consistency, and quality of the novel translation. In this process, content adjustments and improvements may need to be made to make the translation. So the material is ideal novel translation. So ideal novel translation is the ultimate goal of this model. The ideal translation will able to await strengths of readers' intentions and have a compelling narrative. A successful translation will capture the essence of the original novel, preserving the other intent and narrative structure. This is done by creating a translation that is captivating and capable of captivating readers, ensuring that the novel's storyline runs smoothly and arousing emotion in the reader. So translation also need to avoid culture bias and make the novel untranslatable to a wider audience while maintaining the integrity of the original text. When translation a novel, it is important to pay attention to all aspects in this case in the typical novel translation model so that the translation is accurate, maintains the S. Maybe that's all for me. I give it back to moderator. Thank you.
Thank you Mutmainnah, and the next material will be explained by Andi Tandrioka. Andi Tandrioka Ramadan, the time is yours.
My name is D22 Ramadan and I would like to continue the explanation. Item. Item are expressions whose meaning cannot be interpreted from literal meaning of the word. Translator must ensure that items are translated correctly and faithfully to the original text. First one, preserving meaning. Successfully translate idiom, capturing the figurative meaning of unique expression to maintain the original impact. Second one is cultural adaptation. Consider cultural difference while translating idiom, providing the equivalent expression that resonate with the target audience. The third one is creative solution. Use creative technique to correctly convey the idiomatic essence of the original language, capturing the intended humor or metaphor. The next slide is translation of metaphor. A metaphor is an expression that makes comparison between two things that are generally very different. Sometimes metaphor can be confusing in translation and needed to be explained properly in order to understood properly. The first one is contextual analysis. The decipher metaphor in the context of original text, understanding the intended meaning and connotation associated with them. The second one is retaining essence. Translate metaphor in a way that retains the symbolic essence, efficiently conveying the author's intended message. The third one is adaptation. Adapt metaphor to suit the cultural linguistic nuance of the target language, ensuring they resonate with the reader.
Thank you, Andi Tandrioka Ramadan. So the next material will be explained by me. So, personification translation. Personification. Personification can give additional connotations to the original text. Translators need to ensure that personification is conveyed correctly and faithfully to the original text. First, conveying life to animate objects. Translate a personification in a way that brings life to animate object, maintaining the author's metaphorical storytelling. Second, expressive and engaging. Capture the expressiveness of personified objects, ensuring that translated text convey the intended emotions and vivid imagery. Third, cultural sensitivity. Take cultural sensitivities into account while translating personification, adapting metaphors to suit the target audience. Next is figurative translation. So, figurativeness is the use of words or phrases with a meaning different from the literal meaning. The translator must pay attention to the context and proficiency of the source and target language in order to display figures of speech appropriately. First, simile. Translate similes using comparative expressions that maintain the essence of the original language while being culturally appropriate. Second, hyperbole. Translate hyperboles aiming to convey the same sense of exaggeration or amplification while accounting for cultural differences. Third, symbolism. Retain the symbolic meanings and representation of various elements or objects, ensuring they resonate with the target audience. So the next material will be explained by Unisa Nurul Atira. Unisa Nurul Atira, the time is yours.
Thank you, moderator, for the chance that have been given to me. So I will explain about alliteration translation. So alliteration translation is a literary technique that involves the repetition of consonant sounds in the beginning of multiple words. Can be challenging, but there are three main approaches to consider. The first one is the rhythmic repetition. This approach involves retaining the rhythmic and melodic effect of alliteration by using appropriate words or phrases that convey a similar sound pattern. For example, if the original text contains the phrase Peter Piper picked a bag of pickled peppers, a translator might use a phrase like Sally sells she sells by the seashore in the target language. The second one, cultural adaptation. This approach involves adapting alliteration to suit the target language's phonetic and linguistic characteristics while maintaining the poetic impact. For example, if the original text contains alliteration using the letter P, translator might use alliteration using the letter P in the target language if that sound is more prevalent in the language. The last one is creative expression. This approach involves showcasing creative solution to translate alliteration, and so ensuring the translated text resonates with the readers on a poetic level. For example, a translator might use a different devices such as a rhyme or assonance to convey a similar effect in the target language. So overall, translating alliterations requires careful consideration of the target language, phonetic and linguistic characteristic, as well as the original text poetic impact. Translator must be balance these factors to create a translated text that is both accurate and resonant with readers. So next I will explain about novel translation. So novel translation, as we know, it is a process of translating a novel from one language to another with the aim of making accessible to a broader readership and promoting cultural exchange. So novel translation can have various benefits such as multilingual appearances. So by producing translations of the novel in multiple languages, the novel can reach a wider audience and increase its popularity and influence. Translated novel can also foster a broader readership for the original language and culture, as well as for the translator's language and culture. Translated novel can also facilitate cross-cultural communication and understanding, as a reader can access different literary traditions and perspectives through the novel. And next, by translating novels from diverse cultures, readers can explore different world views and experience and appreciate the richness and diversity of human cultures. And translated novels can also challenge stereotypes and prejudice and promote respect and tolerance for the other cultures. Translated novels can also inspire readers to learn more about other cultures, language, and histories, and to engage in intercultural dialogue and exchange. By recognizing outstanding translated novels, the literary world can acknowledge the skill and creativity of translators, who play a vital role in making novels accessible and enjoyable for readers across languages and cultures. Translated novels can also showcase the excellence of the original authors who create novel works of art that transcend linguistics and cultural boundaries. Translated novels can also enrich the literary landscape by introducing new genres, styles, and themes to readers. And I think that's all from me. I will give it back to the moderator.
Thank you, Anissa Atira. So the conclusion is the tripartite cycle model provides a comprehensive approach to novel translation encompassing linguistic, cultural, and creative considerations. Achieving an ideal translation requires a deep understanding of the source text and the target readership, ensuring the essence and impact of the original work are preserved. So that's all from our group presentation. We apologize if there are mistakes in words or speech that should not be in this presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.